There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, because I only have so much time, right? So
Okay. All right. So,
I don't have
what were we talking about?
maybe an hour or so. Patrick Johnson.
Patrick Johnson. Okay. Was that the Romania?
I think it was the one that yes, that Regan Grimes won.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it was the one. Oh,
Yeah.
I got to click here. Got it.
And he's prepping for the Arnold UK, along with Jamie Johan. I think it's in 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
Jamie the Giant.
Yeah, Jamie the Giant. Yep.
I thought it was Joe Hall.
Jamie. He has
Jamie
like
Christian.
Jamie Christian. No, yeah. Is it Jamie Johal or Jamie Johan? Now
I think he's changing his name to Jamie Christian.
Yeah, because I used to call him like all three.
It's like his stepdad's name or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Christian. I heard an interview a long time ago. Don't quote me on that. I don't got nothing. No, I can't type anything up right now. So it's it's all from the brain. But I'm pretty sure it was his mother's husband's name, Jamie Christian.
Okay.
And he said he was going to change it, which is odd.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of people change their names, like maybe not in our industry, except for like Flex, but
to their stepdad's name, though.
Yeah, that's. I mean, he must have been a good guy.
He said he was going to actually change his last name.
Wow.
Well, if you remember the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase?
I've heard of
wrestler. He's a pro wrestler. He was a pretty famous one.
Okay.
It was his stepdad's name was Ted Adams, and his real dad's name was Mike DiBiase. So he took his dad's and his stepdad's name, which was a fun fact. And I actually wrestled on the same card as him.
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Is that like meeting? Would that be like meeting Arnold or something? Like a feeling like that? Meeting one of those like bigger pro wrestlers?
I couldn't talk to him.
No?
I couldn't. I was in my gear and stuff, and I didn't want to go up. Hey, can I have your autograph? I got my wife to go up and get the autograph from him.
That's great.
She said it's for Sonny. And then not that Sonny Warcloud was my name, not that he knew all of us. He was working with a couple of us, which was not me, unfortunately.
Oh,
you
weren't in the script?
I was a face anyway, right? A good guy.
Yeah.
And we were making him come out as a good guy. Obviously.
Oh, okay.
He was a heel for years, but I mean, he's famous, so we threw him up against a couple of our heels.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool.
Okay. That's cool. Wrestling is so interesting. Makes me want to get into it, but I just don't have the time.
I tell people it's the best. They argue, what's the best style? Kickboxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, pro wrestling. I've kicked the shit out of a lot of people that I normally wouldn't have been able to. Script, right?
Right.
So that's the best style.
As long as it's scripted.
Yeah, of course they could change their mind in the middle of it.
Yeah, I've seen some ones before. Like I can't remember if it was like one of like Sean. What's his name?
Michaels.
Yeah, Michaels. I think I remember watching one of his fights and like the choreography got really weird at the end because.
Oh, it happens.
Yeah, it looked like
somebody. It's if somebody stiffs you, right? You're gonna either get them back right away, which is probably more or less what you should do. Somebody hits you, hit them right back just to let them know it's too stiff.
It's clear.
But if you think about it and then choreograph it and then incorporate it into a move later on, like you're designed to jump off the top rope, you get your knees in there a little bit more.
Oof.
That's premeditated. That's pretty brutal. You don't want to be getting into, because then they're going to retaliate and it's just a big, don't get into that.
Okay.
But hey, some people can stiff you, like I said. And
I'd love to do some like acting classes to because you remember when we were doing our competition and I was in the car and I was doing my little voice monologue thing
on a video you posted.
Yeah, it was on Instagram, but I had some fun.
I think maybe I commented on it or something.
Yeah, I remember you commented, but I had like Hulk Hogan vibes. I actually had a lot of fun doing it, so I think that'd be something fun to do. Like
he was all about the interview. He was all about the interview.
So much energy. Yeah. When I get you in the ring.
See, I couldn't divide the two.
Yeah.
I couldn't go out in the ring with a match planned in my head. I couldn't get on the mic and talk. If that's all I was designed to do, I could give a little speech or something.
Right.
But not if I'm having a match, nothing else. Match. If you want to do a little something extra afterwards, do that.
Right.
But get the match in.
Right. Make sure it's good.
That's all it was about to me. I didn't care about,
the theatrics.
I don't want him to beat me because it'll weaken my character. Then the fans won't cheer me as much. On an independent level, that's bull crap.
Right.
And I used to wrestle with guys, we're wrestling in front of 300, 400, 500 people. That's it. It's not being posted on YouTube even. And they're worried about their character being damaged. Come on. You're never going to make it into the WWE if you're worried about losing on an independent level.
Right.
But you'll run into that. I've had guys that were worried about it, because the promoter said, you guys talk about it. One instance in particular, I'm not going to name names.
Sure.
But the guy was walking back and forth. He was all worried and like, oh, I'm going to lose my fans. I'm going to lose my fans because you're probably going to want to beat me, right? And I'm thinking, I want to talk about the match. I said, go ahead, man. You can get the win. Pin my shoulders if it's that much. And I let him beat me. And the guy got hurt in the match.
Oof.
Yeah, he busted his nose all up. And I'm like thinking, that's karma, man. You were all worried about getting beat. And let you get the victory. And he got a head of steam. He ran and he jumped and I moved in the corner, which was designed. But he went and he really smashed his head against like the rope, I think.
Yeah.
And it, boom, blood everywhere.
Wow. I bet everyone loved that.
Everybody was probably thinking, oh, he has little blood packs in his nose that he squished because it's all fake.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen some crazy ones where it's like, there's like a lot of blood, like the Triple H matches. I was like, oh my gosh.
Because it's real blood.
God.
Because it's real blood. No, I don't believe into that. Like doing it, it's obviously real.
Yeah.
They blade.
Yeah. I've definitely seen I've seen like documentary pieces where they show like the blade like floating around from the refs and stuff. I'm like, oof.
Yeah. The guy had one and he hit me with it in a match one time. Yeah. I could show you, but I don't know if you could actually see it it's a long time ago.
Like he hits you with a blade. Wow.
He hit me right in the forearm. I don't think you can actually see it there. See. Yeah, no, it's
wow.
You can't see.
Did he like put it in a knuckle or something?
He had it taped like that, like he was gonna take it out or something. I can't remember exactly, but he couldn't get the tape off, and it was like halfway out, and it hit me in this side right here. Yeah, it hit me right there.
Wow.
Dingbats. You get a lot of good fellers there, like I said, I'm not going to name names.
Sure.
I got a lot of good friends that I'm still friends with, but it seems like in pro wrestling, you're either a pretty good guy or
maybe not.
You're maybe not. Like, I don't want to talk bad about people, but you watch interviews of guys and pro wrestler at the pro league, and they'll say the exact same thing. They'll say the exact same thing, only they're probably not quite so kind as I am.
Yeah. When they're not in character or after they retire or something.
Yeah, there's no such thing as that anymore.
Yeah.
Which killed wrestling.
Yeah, you got like 50-year-old people coming back, 60-year-old people coming back.
Talking about how it's fake. If you did that in the 80s, guys like Bruno Sammartino and guys like that, if they went on the air saying, no, it was all set up, it's all fake, they wouldn't have been able to have their ball and play with it in the 80s. And that's why the fans they know it's all fake.
But they don't want to hear you talk about it being fake.
They shouldn't. But the Vince McMahon, Bret Hart issue, that opened the door right up. That killed wrestling. As much as I love Bret, that instantly killed wrestling. Yeah. Instantaneously. Boom. You there's no such thing as Santa Claus, kids. It's like, shh. No, they told them.
Yeah, I
Let
remember.
let them think it's real.
Right.
Whatever.
I thought it was real all the way up till I was like, I don't know, 15 or so. Probably.
Well, that's the audience.
Yeah.
But they're not allowed to say it's real anymore.
Mm.
You already got current pros going and doing these interviews like, oh, well, it was all set up and blah, blah, blah. Like, what happened to character? Hulk Hogan wouldn't even give his real name in movies back in the day.
Wow.
Terry Bollea, that's his real name. His name would be Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. I didn't even know his real name, so that's funny. Terry.
He looks like a Terry.
Yeah, I think all the Terrys I know are balding, so that works. Let's get back to Arnold. So, well, not Arnold, but the Arnold UK.
Screw Arnold.
Well, I mean, I won't say that, but I wasn't a big fan of his statement.
You're free to say it. You're free to say it.
Sure.
It's going to be a buzz thing. Screw Arnold.
Yeah. Well, I heard when Cedric.
I still do the impressions. The impressions.
I mean, he's still an icon. He's still a legacy piece. Yeah.
But
that's like
we're free to say what we want about him.
Yeah. Like people make fun of me because like I enjoy listening to R. Kelly music. And it's like, well, how could you support such a monster? And it's like, well, I don't like the guy, but I like his art.
I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. Hey,
so
I listen to Michael Jackson tunes,
Right. That doesn't mean you advocate for what he did.
Pardon my language. Yeah, exactly. But he's still catchy tune, right?
Right.
Bertil Fox, fantastic physique. Horrible human being. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
But what a physique. Yeah. You can't deny that.
Sean Ray. Everyone knows how I feel about that.
he tells it like it is. What can I say? That's the funny thing. That's another conversation you could have about guys like Bertil Fox and guys that were actual mass monsters that they kept down. So I think they could have actually had that Dorian Yates era before Dorian Yates even came in. They had Frank Zane as champion after Arnold.
Yeah.
Frank Zane. You don't think that there was more developed guys than Frank Zane?
Right.
There was. And if they were awarding those massive guys, what do you think was going to happen? Everybody was going to get massive.
Right.
And it would have been impressive. There was guys like Lance Dreyer. You ever see Lance Dreyer?
No.
Watch the 1982 or 83 Olympia. Yeah. Because it was his first Olympia. He was a NABA guy.
Oh, yep.
Universe. Came in and he placed like second to last, I think.
Oh.
Or maybe even last. Second to last, I think. Maybe, what's his name? Roger Walker from Australia, I think, lost. Placed dead last in that one. But a guy maybe that should have placed dead last, but not Lance Dreyer. And Bertil Fox, in one of his first ones, he placed really low. And what a massive build, even for his first one. Huge calves, everything.
Conditioned?
Yeah. Hey, no less conditioned than Muhammad Makaway from behind. You see some of his shots, he was pretty soft and weak from behind. How come he was placing second?
Yeah.
He was all contracted and stuff. He was in all the muscle magazines.
Yeah. I mean, it was there's a lot of politics.
Frank Zane was Arnold's best friend.
Yeah.
Arnold was promoting the Olympia at the time.
Oh, Frank
Zane. Franco only won once.
Oh, okay.
Franco only won once after Arnold.
I didn't know Arnold.
That was probably a favor for Arnold. That was probably it. But Frank Zane was also a best friend of Arnold's.
Yeah, I didn't know that part.
Oh, they would hang out, shoot bow and arrows together.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah, they would hang out with his wife and stuff. They were all buddies.
Wow.
They were all friends back then.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I mean they all trained out of Gold's or out of Venice, so yeah, kind of got to be. Let's see, Jamie, whatever his name is, Jamie Christian.
Jamie Christian, yeah.
Jamie Christian. Patrick Johnson, who didn't compete at the Romania last year.
I had him winning. I actually had him winning.
He looked really, really good. He was, yeah. And he had the hype too. Like he was really pumping up that show. Joe Seaman.
Joe Seaman.
Yep. He's big.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think his midsection was a little soft, wasn't it? Something.
Yeah, it's a little.
It was a little thick. Something was off about him. I remember.
It's thick, and then I thought from the side, his legs look really tiny next to his upper body.
He reminds me of that. Oh, what happened there?
Screen share.
We still on?
Yeah. I'm just showing you the pictures.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know you could do that. All right, there we go. That's Joe.
That's Joe. Massive from the top.
Yeah, I don't remember it being that massive.
He put on some muscle this year.
This is Instagram pictures too, mind you.
Well, yeah, and this is a posing room because you can see the mirrors, so the lighting is god tier.
You can see that midsection is a little thicker.
Yep. Yeah. Quad sweep, the teardrops there.
Huge quad sweep.
Mm-hmm. But from the side, you can see a little bit of the hamstring drop, but it just doesn't look proportionate to how massive he is up top. And this is 4 weeks out. So like how much more can he tighten in right here without losing the fullness? Yeah.
I hate going by the Instagram pictures because the angle, right?
Yeah.
The angle's up top. It's making the legs look smaller even, I think.
Right. And the judges are looking from the bottom.
Hamstrings are peeled.
Yeah.
They're going to need to get more peeled though. Yeah, yes. You can see the angle of the camera. And I don't like that for a back shot when you can see the pecs almost.
Yeah. I was just thinking that, like, you're not going to see this.
Way back like that. Oh, geez, my recliner almost went down.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's going to do well. He's made improvements this year. So we'll see how that translates on stage. But yeah, again, kind of what you were saying, like you have to watch the show. You guys see how he shows up.
Got pictures and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun to look at pictures.
He reminds me of who's the guy that just he placed 4th, I think, at the Europa. Was it not? Is it Brett? Get that cat out of there. Get out of that. Get out of that.
They've destroyed that chair at this point. It's no point of even trying anymore.
I got leather, so.
Leather couch, so. I used to have leather. Dude, stop.
Right from day one, I warned my cat not to be doing that stuff. So he does it on the bed.
Oh. I have a scratch post like right next to it, so that's the funny part. They like to annoy me.
I think my cat's at my door right now, to tell you the truth.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see if I can grab him. Hold on.
It might be your wife. Oh, it's so fluffy. He's so fluffy, boy. Looks sad. just droop down. Just.
I couldn't hear you.
Oh, big floofy boy.
Oh yeah.
That's a cute cat. Wow. We might be able to finish the lineup. All 5 people by the time we finish up.
Cats.
Yeah, cats. Yeah.
Wrestling.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't mean to do that. Let's see here.
The seamy underbelly of Saunch Bodybuilding.
Yeah, my busy desktop. Next up is Samson Dowda.
There's Samson, yeah. Where's he competing?
This is all for the Arnold UK.
He's in the Arnold UK as well. I haven't even seen a list.
Yeah, it's not out yet, but
I kind of focus on one show upcoming before I even consider, because sometimes a lot of guys will jump into the next show and you won't even know.
Yeah, especially if they look good or they're really
feeling
close.
Good.
Yeah,
placed higher than they thought they were ever going to. And,
right.
You know.
Well, yeah. I mean, if these guys, especially the UK guys, you expect them to be at these the UK shows.
He's a big dude.
Yeah, he's made improvements. I put this video in my last one.
Judges don't seem to like him. You notice that?
Yeah, he didn't. I thought he was going to place in that. Yeah, I thought he was going to place in that top 3 at last year's British Grand Prix, and they ended up in 6th, I think it was. So I was really shocked with that.
Yes, I can't remember how he placed. The Jamie was in that one.
Yep. I don't recall where Jamie placed, but he was definitely in the running.
I don't think he did that well at that event.
No. I think
close that doors. That cat's starting to meow at me again.
Yeah. The favorite, in my opinion, I think probably a lot of people's favorite to win this show.
You got a list? Do you got a list you could show me?
No, the scorecard's not out yet. Usually it's 1 week out.
Okay.
So this is just me finding people that said they're doing it. Tim Budeshim.
Okay.
Or Budeshim.
Is that who I was talking about? No.
He placed
Was he the guy that just competed?
Yeah.
He's the guy that always places second.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, he's good. He reminds me of Joe Thiemann.
Mm-hmm.
He was the guy that I was thinking of that reminds me of Joe.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's there. I don't think the judges see him as the champion.
No.
Because there's certain guys that they won't put, like Vladislav.
Yep.
Yokolochko. There's Yokolochko, or he should be right along in there somewhere.
It's probably
what's his name?
Suharuchko.
Suharuchko.
Yeah,
Suharuchko. Yeah. I like him.
Yeah. Oh, he's great. He's so big. For how young he is.
Shots, there's some back shots between him and Rolly Winkler.
Oh, yeah.
That were just, how did Rolly beat him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of it was a name thing, but
that's why I got in trouble for my prediction.
Yeah.
Because I predicted Rolly way down. I knew that he wasn't, what he used to be. That's dude, yeah. Suharuchko.
Yeah.
Try to find a front double bicep picture of him, though. Go ahead, I'll wait.
Not one of his shots.
I'll wait.
Oh, here you go.
Where? Oh, yeah, on a beach. Look at his opponent, though. Huh?
Yeah.
I could beat that. Actually, no. That kid's got a 6-pack.
Yeah. Look at the taper.
That's what I'm saying
nice.
there. I don't want to go against that kid. The legs on Suharuchko.
Yeah.
He reminds me of the Colonel.
Colonel Sanders?
No, Mustafa.
Oh, okay.
Hassan.
Is that his nickname, the Colonel?
Colonel Crunch. That's what I call him, the Colonel.
Yeah. Okay. I'll remember that. I like Hassan too. He's prepping for the Arnold Classic, Ohio.
I talked to another YouTuber, Shot for Shot. Do you ever see Shot for Shot?
Mm-mm. Is that a channel?
Yeah.
Oh, Shot for Shot. Okay.
He calls him Soggy Glutes Hassan.
That's not nice.
That's why I gave him credit for that nickname, and I didn't just spew it out of my Marx Max mouth.
Okay.
Now, Colonel Crunch, I call him Colonel Crunch because he looks like a great big Pac-Man that'll just come in and crunch.
He's so... I don't think people understand how big he is.
Cartoonish. It's his frame that's not big.
Yeah, he's not tall.
When you glance over a lineup, he doesn't stick out. But when you start dissecting them, it's like, oh my goodness, this guy is thick everywhere. Yeah. Thick.
Yeah, very dense muscle.
All the way, big dude.
Yeah, and he's young too. He's not even 30 yet, and he has all the muscle he needs. He just needs to dial it in.
30. Not even 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, a guy like that could be a dark horse to win the Olympia title someday.
Yeah, I think so.
That nobody's considering. I mean,
not in the next 2 years.
There's your obvious. No. Well, hey.
Well, I mean, if
put striations on that physique on the glutes.
Yeah. Well,
where are you going to place them?
If Flex Lewis and Sean Roden, put the work in to get him ready, maybe.
And he needs some width, I think, on the lats, some outer width. Yeah. But I think that could be contributed to the way he's flexing. It's almost like he's just standing there for his rear lat spread.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's had a lot of medical issues. Like he had like a really bad hernia issue last year.
Oh, he had the poops or something. Did he have the Rini, the Dynarini? Yeah. He can't go out there and pose if he got Rini. No.
So your glutes are always contracted.
That's just it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, he had that, and then he had a pretty bad hernia issue where he couldn't flex his abs.
Did he have an ulcer?
Oh, ulcer. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's his time's gonna come. And who else? Regan for the Olympia. I love his physique, and people think I don't like him, but I actually really do. I just want to see him hit that next level of conditioning. He's just so soft.
Seems at the top shows that he's always going to be big, like placing under. Yeah. And I hate to do prediction lists and put Regan at the end, but hey, who else do you got? Max Charles. Max is going to defeat him.
Yep.
Stand them next to each other.
Yep.
You tell me. The one guy's much more conditioned.
Yeah.
Bigger. Regan, he goes up for the front double and, compare his arm size with another top pro.
Yep.
And he's the guy like Steve Kuklo, where when he does go up to do the front double by, there's that chair again. He gets a little soft in the midsection.
Yeah.
Whereas Nick Walker, he goes contract the midsection.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, Nick's front double is like one of his best shots now.
He does open up his ribs some in certain poses, Nick, and he doesn't look as good, I don't find, than when he flexes his abs.
Mm-hmm. I like to do a variation. Like I like to do a vacuum and then crunch it to see like which one's better. For like me personally, but these guys, I mean, they could try out different stuff. Got no problem with that.
At the top level, they hate to.
Yeah, I mean, you should. By the time you're, competing at the Olympia level, you should probably know like what shots are your good shots and what shots. Everyone should be like Ian. They should know which ones are
criticism. I think. Yeah. Scared of criticism. Like you hit a shot a different way, and you're thinking, what are the judges going to think of this?
Mm-hmm.
Like Max Charles, he does a kind of 70s style side chest.
Okay. Yeah, with the chest really up.
Yeah, and I like it. But
Logan Franklin.
In a lineup, does Logan do that too?
Yeah.
Well, that's a classic thing. So I like Logan Franklin.
I love Logan Franklin. He's the heel, but he's actually a pretty cool guy.
Doesn't look like a heel.
No.
You got to kind of have the look.
I mean, you've seen him pose, right? He looks angry when he's posing. Like,
yeah, that's bodybuilding.
He'll stick his tongue out. Like he's got the sass.
Mike Matarazzo?
Maybe.
Mike Matarazzo?
Maybe.
Remember him?
No. Nope. I'm a new fan, bro.
You forgot we were supposed to play Name That Bodybuilder.
I mean, I could pull up some pictures. I was thinking about it. But
I could do that with you for more of the modern guys.
Yeah, the modern that's about all I could do is like 2000. Shoot, yeah, I'd have to start like 2010 just to be safe.
I'd have to show you a picture of Josh Lenardowitz. Do you know who Josh Lenardowitz is?
Yes.
Okay, all right. That would be your trivia. Who's the name that bodybuilder? You bring me up a picture of Jack LaLanne. Who's this? Jack LaLanne. All right, you win.
I don't even know the guy, but I'm happy you do.
Jack LaLanne?
I mean, I don't really know a lot of
Jack LaLanne is?
Not those old school guys.
He was he turned into like a fitness TV guy who would come on TV every week, tell you to eat right.
Oh, okay.
Diet and exercise. He'd do like a handstand in his walker, his old man walker, just to prove that he could still do it.
Wow.
He would do like feats of strength.
Yeah. That's like Frank Zane stuff.
Robbie Robinson. Yeah.
Because he's shredded and he's just standing there flexing. I'm like, wow. And he's old.
Frank, yeah, he didn't lose a lot of his mass.
No. I mean, well, he didn't start with. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
That's like me. I'm perfectly proportioned. I get an inch of muscle everywhere.
That's all you need. 1 inch.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look. Let's finish up the show with this one. I know I got brunch at in a little bit. How about
got to do a prediction list too for the Arnold Europe.
Yeah. Well, once we actually get the full list.
This guy here. It's not Tony, is it? Big Tony? I don't know who that is. Let's see
who it is. It is Bob Galicki.
Bob Galicki?
Yeah.
I think I've heard of him. Competed in like the early 80s.
Yeah. Teen and adult natural bodybuilder.
Late 70s, early 80s.
That probably wasn't fair. I just found a random picture.
Yeah, they'd have to be somewhat known
right.
for me to even know who they are. Like if they don't have any on-stage pictures or anything like that, I probably never have heard of them.
No.
Unless it's Sylvester Stallone.
True.
Which I have argued with people.
Yeah.
They said that he did compete in bodybuilding. I said, no, he didn't.
Not even like a guest posing?
No. No, this person actually said that he competed against Arnold. He said that he's seen an interview somewhere where he said Stallone, he was a good bodybuilder, but he could never beat Arnold in a bodybuilding competition. I'm thinking, well, he probably just said that because, of course, he could never beat him. He's like, right. I'm pretty sure they competed together. He said, no, they didn't. In the 70s, Stallone was soft, and he never had much muscle mass to begin with. He put on most of his muscle when he was in his 30s, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Stallone?
Yeah.
Look, do you ever see Rocky 1?
Yeah. I mean, he was definitely
soft.
Yeah.
Not an ab in sight.
Yeah.
And Rocky 2, same thing. By Rocky 3, he was ripped to shreds. Rocky 4, he put on a little bit more muscle, and he continuously put on a little bit more.
Okay. What about this guy?
Oh, Phil Hill.
Yeah.
Fantastic athlete.
Nice.
Fantastic athlete.
Yeah.
Glutes too.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
What's he best known for?
Massive arms. Not continuing on in his career, I guess. Good back. He could do the splits. He looked exactly like Mike Ashley.
Okay.
There's a picture of him and Mike Ashley and Bob Parris. Bring that up.
I know Bob Parrish.
Yeah, they look exactly the same. You can't tell one from the other.
Do you know female bodybuilders from the 80s?
Some of them.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Who's she?
She was in that movie Double Impact with Jean-Claude.
Oh, okay. Oh, she's the one that got shot in the head?
No, she got stabbed at the end. Van Damme killed her.
Oh, wow.
She had great big muscle legs on there. She's a 4-time Miss Olympia champion, Corey Everson.
Really?
Wow. Yeah, that's Corey Everson.
Okay, I gotta start doing my homework. If they're a Miss Olympia, I need to know them.
She's your more famous one. You're gonna want to know who she is if you're gonna want to get into female bodybuilding. But if you know her, you better know this girl. Rachel McLeish.
Yeah.
Rachel McLeish.
Okay.
I believe she was the very first Miss Olympia champion.
You remember, we'll finish up with this. You remember when Nick Strength and Power used to do those like those tribute videos where he would like dedicate a video to talk about like some like old school obscure bodybuilder?
Oh, sure. He did one on the bearded guy there, Joseph Wilkosh.
Yeah. I started going through like his old videos from like 5 years ago. And I was like, wow, like it's crazy to see like the evolution of that channel, you know, for like how much criticism I give the guy. Like he put out so much good content in the beginning.
You'll always get criticism when you're at the top.
Exactly. Right.
And that's where he is. That's where he is. That's a lot of that's how my channel started, just old videos or videos of old bodybuilders.
Right. I think that's really cool. It's a cool niche. You can learn about the past. I'd love to see you make some more because I'd love to learn about all these athletes a little bit more. My stick
it would
is
be nice to be able to slow down at some point.
I think he has. He takes breaks.
No, I mean for myself. I mean
for you.
Because for the amount of videos that I do, I'm working every day.
Yeah.
And I have less time to do videos like that, but I have been trying to put out. I did the Too Smooth Monsoon video.
Yep.
One like that, off-season bodybuilders. I mean, I got lots of ideas, but it just takes a long time to research that.
Yeah.
I don't want.
You're preaching, man.
I don't want to just randomly pick a couple of guys. I want to be able to go through the history, go through the lineups of all the Olympias.
Mm-hmm. I've actually wanted to do a series where we rewatch the Mr. Olympias from the 70s and the 80s and just talk about the athletes.
There's none from the 70s.
No.
There's one maybe from 77 or 78.
Oh, because they didn't record it?
Yeah, it was a terrible filming. It was they tried to do it like a 70s action film. They're moving the camera around, playing this weird porno music and stuff. And it's weird. Frank Zane's your winner. They, they just award him the winner for no real reason. Yeah. And there was weight classes.
I remember that.
Award winners of weight classes, but then they would all go in the final pose down.
Yep.
So how does that make sense? It's where Robbie Robinson won the title. He won the heavyweight title 2 years in a row for the Olympia. So he should have been the Olympia champion, but Zane beat him in the finals both times. There's another guy they should have, he could have got more massively built.
But because Frank Zane was winning. Yeah.
He was placing second. 1 year he placed maybe third. Maybe Preworkout, I think, beat him. Mike Menzer was in there in the mix.
Okay. I know that.
Muhammad Makawe was actually sniffing at it even way back then.
Yeah.
Before he got some momentum.
Wow.
Al Beckles, another guy. He could easily win the title. Wow. When a guy like Chris Dickerson won it.
Yeah. Yep.
He could easily win the title.
But
they went with Dickerson.
Yeah. I'll do some homework after this one. But I think that there's definitely a need for a little bit more history in bodybuilding, talking about those old school guys.
Who won the first Olympia champion?
Oh, the first? I used to know it.
Yeah, you got to do your homework.
Yeah, I knew it because Sandow, he's the one who pioneered bodybuilding, modern bodybuilding.
There was no bodybuilding when he was around. He was a strong man, right?
Yes.
And when he retired, he always relied on his looks. For people would paint him and take pictures of him. He made most of his money off his looks rather than his strength.
Right.
So what he did after he was retired, he was a little older, he organized and produced the very first ever bodybuilding competition just for guys, for their bodies. I think he was one of the head judges, Sandow. And the funny thing is, you see the guy, they called it the Great Competition, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah. The Great Competition, hosted by Eugene Sandow, former strongman. And that was the very first strictly bodybuilding contest to see with the best body. Now, the top three winners of that one, they all won a statue of Sandow holding a bar, which you may recognize as a Sandow statue. There was a silver for second and a gold for first, and you get a bronze one, which the bronze kind of became the Sandow medal, the bronze third place statue. But people say they melted, whoever had it melted down the gold one.
Oh, sure.
One too. So you can't find them anywhere. But that's kind of a cool idea. You give the top 3 winners a gold, silver, and bronze sandow.
I mean, yeah, that would.
And the purse for that was actually quite high
for the time
being in 1908 or something like that, 1900 something, like $1,000, I think, for the purse. Yeah. And then bodybuilding, did not exist until 20s, 30s. Gained some momentum. You know, you had a universe champion by then. Steve Reeves hit the scene. But by the time Steve Reeves hit the scene, guys like John Grimmick, Charles Clarence, they had already built a pretty good base for bodybuilding. John Grimmick was a universe champion.
Okay.
He defeated Steve Reeves.
Oh.
Then he retired. And then Steve Reeves took over for 1 year. 1 year. Because Reg Park came in. Steve Reeves beat Reg Park. But then Steve Reeves went to the movies.
Yep.
Because that's all you could do back then for bodybuilding.
Right.
And then Reg Park did the same thing. But he would come back and compete. He would come back every 5 years and win the universe. Beat everybody. Go to movies, come back and beat everybody. But Bill Pearl was doing the same thing.
I know that name.
He would win, and he'd take a few years off. He'd come back and win. They would never meet, though. Bill Pearl, Reg Park. Bill Pearl, Reg Park. But they did in 69, I think. And Arnold competed in there, too. And Arnold beat them both. Or no, wait a second. No, that's wrong. It was 71, maybe, for the universe. And Arnold did not compete. It was Sergio Oliva. Sergio Oliva competed for NABA. So you had Bill Pearl and Reg Park finally competing together. And then you had the Olympia champion, which was a new title. Sergio Oliva. He was competing against these 2 universe champions. So you had all 3 of them going in head to head. And Bill Pearl won. Bill Pearl beat them both. So Bill Pearl was the best. And Joe Weider, he told Arnold, listen, Arnold, I don't want you going over there competing with the NABA guys. Because if you lose, you'll make the Olympia title look worthless. So when Sergio Oliva went over to compete, Sergio said, screw you, Joe, I'll compete wherever I want because I'm the best. But he did end up losing to Bill Pearl. So it weakened the Olympia title. So you know what Joe did? I'll teach you, Sergio. I'm going to make Arnold beat you every time you guys compete. To make it look like, well, Arnold might be able to beat Bill Pearl because he beat Sergio too. Look at the 72 Olympia. Sergio should have beat Arnold for sure. For sure. No question. No question.
It's unfortunate.
But politics.
Yep. That's the history of our sport. It's not as rampant now, but it has its own form now.
Definitely has its own form.
Yeah. All right, man. I know you're busy today, so enjoy your Labor Day. Yeah, Labor Day.
Is that what it is?
Yes. I kept forgetting which holiday around me.
Yeah, I live in New Brunswick, and we have a New Brunswick Day. Oh, I don't even know it's New Brunswick Day when it is.
Me neither.
Because I work every day.
Right.
I don't have holidays. But when you love what you do.
Right.
So we didn't really go over the whole list. The Arnold Europe.
I don't. Europe? Yeah, that's all I had was just those 5 guys. The list won't be out for another couple weeks.
Who was that? The white guy there.
Tim Budeshim.
Budeshim. Yeah.
I'm gonna get roasted in the comments, but
watch out for him. I think it's Budeshim.
Yeah, they always roast me. So
yeah, watch out for him.
Yeah,
roast away. Hey, roasts are better than no roasts.
Hey, that's engagement. I don't mind. I like talking to the fans.
Nothing worse than silence.
Yeah. No feedback. You don't know if you did something right or wrong.
Like you'd be begging for an insult.
I got roasted last night. Somebody said something not so nice. It took me a minute to figure out how I wanted to reply to it. But it is what it is. All right, man. Appreciate you coming on the show. We'll see you for episode 4 of Two Bros One Pod.
Whenever I'm free, my man.
Yeah.
We'll have a few discussions on the Olympia, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll be closer to the Arnold by then, so we'll talk about the Arnold. Maybe if depending on who posts physique updates, we'll talk on that. But yeah,
for sure. Get some more pictures for our name that bodybuilder. Right.
I'll have to do my homework. Make sure I have some good ones for you.
All right, my man.
All right.
Take her easy.
Yeah. Take care.
See ya.
See ya.